Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Gina, and today's vlog is just a little bit of what I do um, on an evening after I work. I do show a little bit of me of what I do before I go to work and then what I'm going to do afterwards. It's not something I always do when I get off from work, but um, today I actually was doing things, so I figured why not show a little glimpse into that, because a lot of days I come home and I eat dinner and then I go to bed, but that was not the case tonight. It's Friday, so that makes a difference as well. I actually don't work tomorrow on Saturday. Last week I did, so that also makes a difference on whether I do stuff on Friday evenings. But yeah, so I did do some stuff and I'm going to show y'all that, and then I'll get back to you because this is me filming it afterwards. I originally wasn't going to talk in this video at all, but I have some things to say about books, well, a manga that I read, and then part of a book that I'm reading. So let's roll the clips, and then I'll get back to y'all afterwards. Okay, I'm back. So I just finished Sweet Poolside by Shuzo Oshimi. This is one of his earlier works, and you can tell. Um, this is the mangaka that has done Flowers of Evil and Blood on the Tracks. So that's just, catalog of some of the more well-known things that he has uh, written and drawn. But this is one of like the earlier works, and you can kind of tell he's slowly developing his voice in it. So I can see why the ratings are low. I found it to be interesting, but I do agree with most people that it is a lot of shading. Okay, so the premise is that the main character, he's a boy, and he is hairless completely. He's like a first year student. So basically, puberty is hitting, right? And then he comes across this girl who's also a first year, but just not in his actual class. Um, and she has hair, and they both hate how their bodies are. So she hates that she's hairy, he hates that he's not, and they both are envious of each other. And she ends up requesting for him to shave her because every time that she does it, she cuts herself like people do when you shave sometimes. So it's definitely it's a lot of shaving. I will say that. But the point is to make it more intimate. How shaving someone else can be intimate in a way, and how that, especially for someone that's basically going through puberty, how that could affect their psyche and stuff. So it's interesting. I was going back and forth. Part of me actually wanted to rate this high. Not 5 stars, not that crazy high, but like maybe 3.75. Because I read it like that, and not just because it's a short manga. Um, it kept me interested. It wasn't just like, I guess I could take a break. Like, no, I wanted to keep reading it. I was very invested because I wanted to know where it was going. Um, but yeah, so it was, I'm gonna give it like, I'm just gonna say 3 stars, maybe 2.75. Like, it's not, it's not great. I wouldn't even necessarily say it's good. It's okay. It's okay. Um, and for some, I can see how this would be bad. It all depends on my perspective. Now, would I recommend this? No. Unless you're just a huge fan of Shuzo Oshimi and you just want to read his backlog, then I don't recommend it. Even then, I'm like, look at it for the art, but otherwise, like the storyline is pretty straightforward on like what it's about. So, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. So I'm gonna end up putting this back over there. I'm actually not going to donate this because like I said, I originally wanted to rate it kind of high, but I ended up not doing it. So I'm still gonna keep it because I really like Shuzo Oshimi's work. So I'm going to keep it. Now, the other thing I've been reading is Starter Villain by John Scalzi. I'm not done with it. I'm like 60% done. I have like this little bit left, and it's getting good. It's technically like in fantasy sci-fi, like that's where you would find it in the store or in the library, and it's very soft entry. So I think this would be really good for anyone, especially like as so far it's kind of amusing. Um, it's amusing. I'll end up talking about this in another video, I'm sure. But it's about this character named Charlie and his cats. And his uncle ends up was emphasis a villain until his passing. And Charlie is his sole heir. And Charlie did not know this because he hasn't been in contact with the man since he was 5. So he's like, what? So he just gets thrown into this life, essentially. And it's just kind of like him learning the ropes of what it's like to be a villain, hence starter villain. Just like a huge introduction course for him. And I'm really intrigued. Like, we got to some drama. I think someone just like died. Probably like one of the main villains, I think, may have just died. I don't know, because people fake the end of their lives in this book. So we'll see how it goes. That's where I stopped at. But I read some on the train, and then I read a little bit in Bryant Park with my friend. We were not reading the same book. She was reading something else, but we read for like 15 minutes, 10 15 minutes. And then I was like, I want to go home. So I went home. I did not read any more on the way back, but so far good. And definitely I think will be a good introduction to those that aren't really that into fantasy and sci-fi, but kind of want to like really dip their toes in, because this is really just like a tap into it. So yeah, so far really good. I'll probably rate this pretty high. This right now is sitting at a 4 and 4.5, but you know, things change with endings, and so I'm only 60% of the way done. So there's a lot that could happen in the rest that will make me question, like, it could alter the rating. So we'll see. And with that, that is the end of this video. I originally wasn't planning on talking in it, but I had things to say. So with that being said, I'm done. I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, bye.